beautiful people. I hope everybody's doing awesome. Hey, I was thinking about David and Goliath. I know, right? Actually, more like the giant. Earlier, I was cooking. I was thinking. I watched the movie not too long ago. The cartoon, the David and Goliath cartoon, and um, I was just thinking about giants and all the constructions and all the buildings they had for back in those days, right? They're big, they're just so amazing that there is no way they had the equipment to build those amazing, pyramids and whatever buildings they made, the temples, right? Temples. So I was thinking, like, okay, I also read this story for Samson's story. He was also big, and he was really strong, right? So there's two giant stories in the Bible. And now if you read Enoch, the book of Enoch, you'll know more. But let's just stick to, for those that just want to stick to the Bible. The Bible talk about Goliath and Samson, the strong, right? So why do we, I don't know, well, I'm assuming a lot of people don't believe in giants. I think they did exist, because otherwise they will not be put on that Bible, right? And it's so it's so funny to me, because people were kind of used to them, like they were controlling them. They for, I don't know, there were so many little people like normal, like us, humans, controlling the giants. How, I don't know, but it just really, I just keep thinking about it, like, well, this is how they build those temples, those big things that, the giants were building those things, or, like, they were so big that was nothing for them, that was normal. Those are my thinkings, right? I don't know, maybe if we read somewhere. Like I said, I read the book of Enoch, and that one, kind of opened more my mind, and it makes sense. When you read that book, it's like, I always have questions about how people came up with all kind of stuff, right? Like all the things, if you think about it, makeup, all the things. I was like, how humans invented this? How did they come up with all this? And that book explained how these beings, the watchmen, I can't remember, they are the ones that taught the humans, they teach them all the bad stuff, witchcraft and all the evil things that you can think of. They teach humans back in the days how to do all the kind of rituals and stuff. So that brings me to another point that I wanted to share, that I was thinking about it. It kind of goes together, but like with the people that do witchcraft and stuff like that, like I was just thinking, like, how do we Christians don't do, I'm not saying do rituals, but how do we not fight more, like in prayer? I know a lot of people pray, but maybe be more open to the public, and speak more about these things. Like, there's a lot of witchcraft, there's a lot of wicked people, there's a lot of people that do bad things, and they go and do rituals everywhere in the open, like in our eyes, like in the middle of the day they do these things. But because we don't believe, we think that doesn't exist. But when we read the Bible, it says right there, like, God doesn't want any witches and warlocks. I can't remember the Bible verses, but thinking about the giants, and how a lot of people don't believe, and a few people do. It's like you have to be one of those that don't believe everything that everybody else is following and doing. So, be curious, read about, the extraordinary books, the books that don't apply to everybody, because maybe that way you get some answers of the questions you've been having, for a long time, like I did. So I hope this helps somebody. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you in the next video.